Welcome to another healthy dessert recipes video showing you some great keto, low carb, paleo recipes that taste delicious and definitely satisfy that sweet tooth. So if you want more healthy recipes, definitely subscribe so you don't miss any future ones, and let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing we are making are these keto-friendly chocolate chip cookies. I'm starting off with a little bit of coconut oil. And to that, I'm going to add in some nut butter. So you can use any kind of nut or seed butter here. And then I'm going to add in some monk fruit, which is what keeps this keto. If you don't need the recipe to be keto, you can definitely substitute that in for coconut sugar instead. Then I'm going to be adding in 1 flax egg, which is just 1 tablespoon of ground flax and 3 tablespoons of water, and allowing that to gel for about 10-15 minutes. And it creates this egg. You add in some vanilla, and then we're going to mix together all of these ingredients until it is nice and smooth. And the great thing about this recipe is that because it's keto friendly, it's low in sugar, it's low carb, but it's still super satisfying. To that, I'm going to add in some almond flour as well as some baking soda, both of which have like really great healthy fats in them, which is going to make this cookie really satisfying. It's the combo of the almond flour, the nut butter, and the coconut oil, which really makes it nice and delicious and super satisfying. So just mix up the dough until it is nice and combined, and this dough is also super freezer friendly. To that, I'm going to be adding in these Camino chocolate chips. I love these ones because there's only 2 ingredients. It's like cocoa and cocoa mass, so there's no sugar. They're completely unsweetened, so they're perfect to use in so many different baking, whether it's chocolate chip cookies or melting it for brownies, anything like that. It's definitely a really good brand to use. So then I'm just using a ice cream scoop, and I'm scooping out the cookies into their shape, and I'm laying that on a silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, I would highly recommend either using parchment paper or spraying your baking sheet so that they don't stick. And then once your cookies are done, we're going to go ahead and bake them at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until they're golden on the underneath. And everything will be listed in the description, but then you have these wonderfully soft, pillowy cookies that aren't high in sugar, but are still super satisfying and delicious. And what I love is that they definitely have that soft, chewy texture, so they're not crunchy and hard. The next thing we are making is a keto-friendly vanilla cake. So for this, you are going to need 1 egg. I haven't tried this with a flax egg, and I generally wouldn't recommend using this recipe with a flax egg. I really feel like a normal egg will work better. To that, I'm adding in a little bit of coconut oil as well as some vanilla and then some monk fruit. And this is going to make the wet base of our little mini vanilla cupcake / cake. You can definitely increase this recipe if you want to make 2 or even 3 of them. This is going to be for a single serve cake. To that, I'm adding in some almond flour, and then I'm just going to stir that to combine. And I am going to be cooking this in the oven, but you can try in the microwave. I just always recommend doing oven over microwave where you can. So just mix that together until everything is combined. And then I'm transferring that into a little ramekin that I did grease first. So I just sprayed it with a little bit of coconut oil. And then we are going to bake this off. And it makes a really delicious like mini cake that tastes really decadent and that you're indulging, but it's like low carb, paleo, and delicious. For a quick frosting, I honestly just like to use some of this Nutiva coconut butter. It really gives it that frosting feel, and when the cake is still warm, it kind of melts down the sides and also melts into the cake and makes it super delicious. And it really is like the perfect little single serve like keto friendly vanilla cake if you want that kind of cupcake feel, especially with the frosting. And then I'm going to show you guys some keto-friendly fudge cups. So for this, you are going to need some coconut oil as well as some nut butter. You can also use a seed butter here if you need to be nut-free. So you can use pumpkin seed butter here. That would work really well, or sunflower seed butter. So add that in. And then I'm taking some chocolate that I melted down, which is those same chocolate chips that you guys saw me use for the first recipe. So those Camino ones that are sugar-free. Again, this just makes it really easy to like bake with if you use chips like that that already don't have sugar. And then I'm just gonna stir that all together until everything is nice and smooth. And the great thing about this recipe is that it is super quick to make. You kind of just melt everything, combine it, and then put it in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes and it'll be ready. Then once that's smooth, I'm going to scoop that into our silicone molds. And these are honestly the perfect like chocolatey fudgy treat that is unsweetened. It doesn't even have like monk fruit or anything like that. You just have the wonderful, satisfying like fudginess of the coconut oil with the nut butter and then the decadent chocolate. And honestly, this makes the perfect after dinner treat that is super satisfying and delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed these easy, delicious desserts that are low carb, keto, and basically the perfect healthy dessert recipes. I'm going to leave my last healthy dessert playlist right on the screen here so that you can watch it. And don't forget to download my free healthy dessert ebook that has all of my top healthy desserts. They're all so delicious and my trieds and trues from over the years. So thank you again for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed and would like to see more healthy recipes, feel free to do so by hitting that red button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.